this is Sarah. I hope you are all doing well. I wanted to do a Trilingualism update for Emilia at the age of 4. If you are new to this channel, Emilia is my daughter and she is growing up as trilingual. I'm talking to her in Albanian because I'm Albanian. Her father is talking to her in Italian because he is Italian, and she's growing up in a French-speaking side of Switzerland, so she has that third language from the environment. At 4, I wanted to talk about some challenges and some observations, and I am really sad that I didn't do an update at the age of 3.5. And this is because it felt like, okay, we got this. She's talking in French, in Italian, Albanian, so what's to update about? Well, yet I updated even in a short way. The observation that I would have done at 3.5 would have been slightly different than now. So I'm going to try also to compare. What I'm noticing now that there are two elements that can change from child to child. One is the individual response, and she has her character, and the way she responds to the fact that she is exposed to 3 languages might be different to the way that other children may acquire 3 languages. And the other one is this notion of identity, and I had read about this fact that kids, when they are trilingual, they tend to identify more with, say, if they have an Italian passport, they would identify as being Italian, also simply because there are certain elements that make them being of a certain nationality. So identity-wise, she's clearly in an Italian phase where she says, I'm Italian. She's totally focused in learning Italian. And the way I notice is that, for example, her play, when she plays alone, she plays in Italian. She goes more towards her father and trying to say things and trying to find out how she can say things in Italian. She's asking more and more to watch, when she has some time when she watches cartoons, and she's asking for cartoons in Italian. And the last but not least, and this is a difference between how she was at 3.5, I noticed that she's making others in daycare to speak Italian to her, which is kind of strange, right? She responds so differently when she is Italian compared to how she responds to French. She's a different type of person in the different languages. In Italian, she's totally open, and in Albanian, she's reserved but open, like she can talk and approachable. She's approachable. But in French, she's timid. So French is the foreign language, and she is very reserved and closed. And so what they did, they noticed this in daycare, and I think for that reason, when they saw her response in Italian, they started to talk to her in Italian. But the problem is that I sent her there to hopefully learn French, or to kind of be exposed in French or challenged in French. And she has to go to school soon, so I noticed her speaking with several daycare teachers in Italian, and then she found some friends that are not kind of, they speak French but they can understand Italian. So I noticed that when I go and pick her up, she would answer in Italian to their friends, and I was like, why you are doing this? And she was, Mommy, Mama, I'm an Italian girl and I speak Italian, so... And I don't know, I mentioned to their daycare teachers, and I think they talk between one another, and with a senior person that she's a teacher, and they decided that they will not speak Italian at all, which I think is kind of an extreme solution, but okay, I mean, this is, at the end of the day, this is what I sent her in daycare for, and it can only benefit her, I think. So I wanted also to say that now at the age of 4, she's very into listening the conversation and trying to jump in the conversation and try to say her point of view, or try to communicate much more. And maybe this is also one reason why Italian is her focus, because me and her father will always interact in Italian, so she wants to to understand also that aspect. Albanian, which is my language, is still it's still the language that she masters the most. She can speak very well, she's understanding now present from the past, and she can interact very well with her grandparents, so I think she is very much there in terms of communication. Her acceptance of the language is very high, and she can say lots of things. My mom says she doesn't stop talking because she can say a lot of things, and I exposed to Albanian in several ways. Other than talking, I read a lot to her in Albanian, so I think this is also a reason why she's better in Albanian. She's still better in Albanian at the age of 4. So that is all about her identity. Her individual response kind of influences several aspects. One is this aspect that she still considers French her foreign language. She's not focusing that much in that part, and I expect she will be more interested once she starts school. Well, here they call it school. I think worldwide it would be preschool. And what I am thinking right now in my mind frame, and this is also one of the reasons why I get worried, is that so the language fluency is not only about how well you speak it, it's also how well you read it and how well you write it. She has the knowledge of letters. She can write some letters, but she's not a lot into structured play, so I don't have a lot of opportunity to teach her things, and I don't want to force her into learning something if she's not into, because it's gonna kind of have a negative effect. She might refuse for a long time then. So I'm very careful into doing activities or doing very short sessions, something that kind of is very short and nice to her, is natural. If she doesn't learn how to read and write Albanian, she will have a difficulty if the Albanian comes later. There are several reasons. Albanian has 36 letters. The alphabet has 36 letters, and I have not taught every 36 of them. So that is one challenge for me. And the 36 letters are very good to know, because the way we pronounce things, her pronunciation skills then are, if she transfers from Albanian to the other two languages, is much better than if she goes the other way around. This is because French and Italian have about 26 sounds. So this is one thing, and the other thing is, once you know these 36 letters, reading is very easy, because you read as you write, and that means that going from Albanian to Italian or French is much easier, because then it's a matter of adding several rules. So how or what you need to read differently, and I think is that the flow is better than going the other way around. So this is my focus right now, is trying to get her, trying to take the opportunities that she gives to me and teach her as much as possible. But I know that I cannot make her interested into something, so it has to come kind of naturally. And because she's starting school in some months' time, I'm feeling kind of pressured, but I know that it's like a preschool and she's not gonna learn how to read and write straight away, so I have some more time, and I will focus my effort into this aspect, because I think it's important right now. I think this is all. I hope it made sense, because I went back and forth a little bit. I have made a Facebook group, and I will leave it in the description box below if you want to join. I'll leave also all the previous updates if you want to go back and see them. The Facebook group is a group where I envision as a place to kind of ask questions and have different opinions from different moms who are in a similar situation. I've added only 2 people to that group, which are 2 moms who are raising their child as trilinguals. You are free to join. It doesn't matter if you are a mom or not. Just if you are curious about multilingualism in general, please join me there. And feel free to ask questions here or there or whenever. So this is all for now. Thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Nice. Maybe we'll come back. Yay!